All right, what's going on, FNG? This is your boy, Big Boy Deal, the Ravens owner. Welcome back. The show's gonna be a little bit different. We couldn't get the music going, and Jose Yan wanted to go on vacation, I guess. So, but on today's show, we're gonna talk about this past preseason and season two. Also, introduce the new Super Bowl champ, the Titans owner, Justin, and also talk about some other stuff going on in season three. All right. With that being said, let's bring in some heavy hitters. All right. First, we're going to bring in the Steelers, my enemy, Mike Wright, aka Dragon.
What's up, FNG? An enemy? Really?
You're in my division, so you're gonna be
You're
my
right.
enemy. You're gonna be my enemy. All right. All right. All right. Second up, we're gonna bring in the five-time Super Bowl champ, nicknamed Debo, aka the Chargers owner, aka Sid.
Who's going with FNG, fan? Mike, is that a kitty in your lap?
Yes, that's his cat. That's his
He said
freaking
I was
cat.
his enemy, so I have to do.
That's not evil.
Oh shoot! All right. Last but not least, we holding them to 9 Super Bowls. That's the 9-time Super Bowl champ, aka Philly Jedi, aka 49ers owner, aka Tony Tranks.
Damn, got my Christian and everything on there, huh? Greetings, gentlemen. Great to be here. Damn, you say you're your enemy, so you put a puss in your lap? That's crazy.
Oh my god.
How about you spoiled everything, whole playoff picture by telling everybody who won?
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, thanks.
yeah, I can't wait to talk about season 2 off season and the preseason and the draft. So
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, the preseason. Yes. Definitely gonna talk about that. All right. Let's get into this playoff picture. All right. I'm gonna work on trying to put it on here, Tranks, but
okay.
give me one second. I'm actually gonna load, putting the link on our page. There you go. All right. Playoff picture. All right. First round. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're going to start with the NFC. First round, we had the 49ers. Sorry, Tranks. Starting with you.
Hey, well, when you're on top.
All right.
Who had the number 1 seed?
Number 1 seed was the Commanders.
Yes. Commanders
All
had
right.
the number 1 seed. That means that was the number 2 seed.
Yep. So the number 2 seed was 49ers versus the Vikings, 7 seed.
What was the final score of
that? Final score was Vikings 21. You know the score. The 49ers 14.
I don't know the score. I'm gonna let you know that. I was asking for help. It was 24 what?
21 to 14.
21-14. Damn, help me two scores. That was obviously a surprise. I was I don't want to say I was expecting them to win.
Tranks.
Yep.
1 second. This is my fault. I got 2 people to bring in. They've been waiting.
Oh, great.
All right, let me bring in Keith, aka Sleep, aka the Colts owner. Really? All right, Keith will be in here. And also we have, we'll talk about it in a minute. Yeah, I guess I don't want to ruin it.
Again.
Go ahead, Tranks. You continue what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was an unexpected loss. I'm not sure if I've ever lost to the 7th seed in the first round. I've lost in the first round before, but I don't think I've ever lost to the 7th seed in the first round. And actually had some prior history, did pretty well with him. So I looked into that game expecting to win. And he did a very good job in that game, neutralizing the pass rush and getting just enough done, converting on. He went on 4th down at every opportunity, and there were a lot of times that on 3rd down, my guys didn't the interception hit their hand, they dropped the ground, that type of thing. And he had a high percentage passing, minimum passing, but had high percentage passing, and he did just enough to keep his drives going. And he made it difficult. The game was way more difficult than I expected it to be. And he doesn't broadcast anymore for some strange reason, so there wasn't much to scout. Not that I needed it because I played him recently, but just he really was on his game in that game. So
Yeah.
He definitely deserved the win. I don't feel cheated or anything, but
Yeah.
it was a really good game.
And shout out to what's his name?
Kyle Baird.
Kyle Baird, yes.
Yeah,
the Vikings owner. Good job, man. Good job.
Yeah, definitely good job.
All right. And next
I was cussing your ass out during the game, but good game.
All right. So the second game over there, Green Bay, the Packers versus the Cardinals. Green Bay lost that one, 38-35. Yeah.
High scoring game.
Game.
Another wild card team won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one expected those two wild card teams to win. Both Sean and I were in the NFC Championship last year. So
actually,
someone expected
all three lower seeds won in that first round.
Don, what'd you think about that game?
So the 7th seed won, the 6th seed won, and the 5th seed won.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sean's watching on YouTube. We can see what he has to say.
No. Well, I know he was expecting to win that game.
Yep. And then the third game over there, you got the Panthers versus the Seahawks. Seahawks beat the Panthers 32-29.
Yeah, tight game.
Yeah.
Tight game there. I was expecting the Panthers to win that game. I did not expect the wildcard teams to win that game. Any of them. And all of them won.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right, going to the AFC, starting number 1 seed was the Ravens with the bye week. All right, first game, Chargers versus the Jags. Chargers won that 30-17. Thanks for knocking out one of the twins. Shit.
Hey, they both look alike.
Yeah, right.
It's only one of them, right, Justin?
Now I'm waiting for him to come in. He's in here.
Was it a difficult game, Harris?
Somewhat, I guess. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened.
You don't gotta make it up if you don't remember.
What happened? I'm gonna lie. It was a good game. I think it was close majority of the time until I finally got him to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much it.
Makes sense. What's the next game, though?
Before we go that, man, we gotta introduce these guys right here, man. They can talk about it. All right, we got the Colts owner, Sleep.
I don't need no introduction. You know what I mean? You know who I am. You know why I'm here.
All right, and Tranks, you want to introduce?
We got a guy who's I don't think he's ever been. Has he been on the show before?
Never.
No, this is my first time.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Looks like he's in the witness protection.
Well, we're currently going through the playoff, last year's playoffs, and we're in the AFC first round. So we have the Titans owner. The Titans owner is in. And what game are we reviewing right now?
We're on the Chargers and the Jags right now.
No, we already did that one. What's the next one?
Next one is these two guys right here, Colts versus the Titans.
Okay.
6th seed versus the 3rd seed.
Oh, all right.
Titans won that game 20-15.
Okay. Who was the 3rd seed and who was the 6th seed?
Colts were the
I think I was the
6th seed. Yep.
Okay. The Titans were the number 3 seed.
Yes, sir.
So what happened in that game, guys? Can you remember?
Right.
It's been like years.
What's going on, FNG? From what I can remember, I was trying to stop Keith from, starting off with his run game. I was trying to neutralize his run game and force him to pass. I had my backup quarterback in, so I didn't want to pass too much with him. It was a free agent pickup.
Oh, Malik was hurt. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
hurt.
still
Yeah.
injured reserve. Yeah. So I had Matthew Stafford in, I think. So, I just wanted, not to turn the ball over and try to keep the ball on the ground and neutralize his run game. So I think I was pretty much successful with that.
That pickup right before the playoffs, picking up Matthew Stafford was big because
Oh yeah.
with your guy being injured, I actually did not think you were going to win that game. And then when I heard you picked up Matthew Stafford, I was like, hold on, man, he might have a chance.
Neither
Balls
did I.
might be thrown to the other team.
Mom's here.
Yeah.
And I remember a lot of blocks. Like I'm thinking about to get some runs, and a lot of blocks being broken by D-backs, offensive linemen not blocking them. I called some weird plays at the goal line, stuff that I should have scored on. One touchdown wins that game, and I went away from what I normally do and threw a pass to the back, and somehow he made some crazy interception. I remember everybody go, "How the hell did he do that?" I'm like, I don't know, man, but every time I get
Oh yeah, I remember that.
weird is happening. So, yeah, I mean, I literally felt like I was in there to stop the pass, and he was running a little bit more, and I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna continue to happen. I'm just gonna put my head down and keep going with this pass because I know what he's gonna do. Had success in the pass game in the fourth quarter. Did a lot of no huddle, and I was just driving up the field, and then that, not getting one of them touchdowns pretty much sealed the game. Because I get one of them touchdowns, I felt like I won that game, but it didn't happen, and it turned out the way it turned out.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up the run game. I definitely felt like he was way more successful with the run game this playoffs, and it definitely helped him beat you that game. It was a tight game though, 20-15. That's big.
It helped. What really did help was me not like my offensive line was just not blocking D-backs. It was amazing. Dudes was like 190-pound dudes is getting, sliding underneath blocks from 300-pound offensive linemen. I'm like, bro, it was like a little thing here, a little thing there. He was getting that. And once you get that, it's just like, all right, I got to work harder. You know what I mean? I got to work harder to get this done. And they were, how Madden is. Madden is weird. So, yeah. So, yeah, man. One of them touchdowns, man, I got to that goal line probably like 3-4 times and came out with one touchdown. So that's just telling you, like, and again, there was one series I definitely remember calling the most ridiculous 3 set of plays that I've ever called at the goal line. And I'm just like, bro, and he was right there to stop everything that I did. So I was like, all right, well, I mean,
had to earn it. Good game.
I always got to earn it. I mean,
yeah.
And actually, that was your third time playing each other too, right?
Yeah, back-to-back weeks.
Season.
Yeah,
Right.
back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's good, man. Like, listen, me and him always say our division is most likely the toughest division in FNG. Y'all don't really understand until y'all play these two dudes, man. His brother's annoying too.
It's annoying, dude.
His brother's annoying, but I mean, I listen because his brother talks more. I have a lot of fun playing him and trying to destroy him because he don't know when to shut up. So,
and because what your brother do, I'm gonna take it out on you.
Facts.
All right, the third game. All right, it was the 4th seed versus the 5th seed. Miami's with 4th. The Dragons at the time was 5th. Dragons took advantage of the no rules and beat them 87-35.
Took advantage of the playoff rules. And,
right.
Took them to the woodshed 87-35.
Yeah,
like he stole something.
Yep. So that's all for the first round. Second round, going back to the NFC. It was the number 1 seed Commanders versus the Vikings. Shout out to the Vikings, the Commanders, 27-10.
Held them to 10 points. That was a significant win.
Yeah.
Boy, like just he went in there and did what he wanted to do.
Went in there and did what he was supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Yep. This is the Commanders' second time being the number 1 seed.
Yep.
And also losing in the second round. Yep. What?
Because it happens every goddamn season. They get the number one seed from that weak division that he ain't scheduled. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm ranting on.
So going in.
Hey, Zay cussing you out right now. All right.
So when Kyle users Daniil Hunter, it is almost unstoppable, and it is an amazing force to have to deal
He
with.
ain't got him next year. He ain't got him next year.
Hey, also too, Mike. I think you watching comments. If y'all see any comments, can y'all read those out? Because I got the schedule.
The only comment is back from asking Sean about his game, and he basically said Kyle beat him, the same way in regular season.
Okay. All right. In the second game in the second round, Seahawks versus the Cardinals. Cardinals beat the Seahawks. God dog, what's that? 38-3.
38-3.
Massacre. All right.
NFC, at least somebody in the NFC West representing.
Right. All right. AFC. All right. Ravens, number one seed versus the fifth seed, Dragons. Ravens pulled it out.
Those Dragons are the Bengals, right? So they're in your
Yes.
division. This is your third game against them.
Exactly.
Do you remember how you did against them the first two games?
You won both.
I did
of
good.
them.
Yeah. I won both of them.
Oh, yeah, you weren't defeated. You weren't defeated, right?
Right. He hasn't beat me yet. He hasn't beat me yet since he joined our division.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We talk about it. So yeah, he hasn't beaten me yet since he's been on.
So you completed the 3-game sweep against him, beating him 38-35.
Yep.
That ain't good.
Yeah. No.
Were you confident going into the game?
Confident, but of course nervous. That's a two-time Super Bowl champ, back to back.
Back to back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I already knew it was gonna be a good game, and then seeing what he did last game against the Dolphins, and he was on his high horse. So what I do remember, it was a back and forth game, and got some key turnovers in that. But it's always fun playing Dorian. Always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course, it is fun playing somebody within your division, and third time's a charm. So usually the third time I play them, especially going to the playoffs, I lose. So I was happy.
Well, last year, speaking of number one seed, you were the number one seed last year too, right?
Yep.
What happened the last time?
Did I lose the year? Yeah, that guy, the Super Bowl champ. It's the second time. I can't get past this freaking Titans. The Titans got me, man.
You lost 34-29 to the Titans in the same round. In fact, he was the sixth round.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, you brought up the Commanders, so I figured I had to go through a little history.
Whatever. All right, second game. Another good one. It was the Titans versus the Chargers. Titans beat the Chargers 38-31.
Yes, he did. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I got a question. No, hold on. I got a question for you. Harris. How did you feel?
Question me? You talk to me all the time. What you got a question for me for?
Well, how did you feel going into that game? Did you feel confident?
Not exactly. No. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to be a battle. Once I seen him, actually beat Dill. What was it? The season before last or last
season prior? Yeah, he beat him last season.
Once I seen that, I knew that. I'm like, all right, yeah, he's starting to get a lot better. So, I wasn't like nervous going into anything. I was fairly confident, but I was just making too many damn mistakes. I think I threw like 3 picks in that game.
Oof.
And I just couldn't get my offense going the way I wanted to. And I finally said, well, I guess I got to run the ball a little bit more because he was having a little bit of trouble with it. It just wasn't getting me where I wanted it to be. And I couldn't stop his run game. I was playing for the pass, and he came out running the ball. Thanks to somebody that told him to run the ball.
Who's that?
Yeah. Red shirt bandit.
Oh.
So he played a great game. He capitalized on my mistakes. I tried to go ahead and make a comeback, and that last play at the end, I did not see that guy standing there, and I didn't expect him to actually pick that ball up at all.
I remember that.
I had somebody else open, honestly, but I saw that. I had my eyes locked on somebody else. I was locked.
You were like inside the 5 on that play. You were talking about? You were inside the 5 when you threw that pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
just setting up for the people who didn't watch.
That was a touchdown right there. But that dude was standing there.
Jumped straight up.
Yeah. So it was a great game, hats off to Justin, salute, all that bullshit. And
Justin, this is the second time advancing, or no, third. No, it's the second time advancing because I think the last time you were like this, you were deep in the playoffs already and didn't play the game. When you advanced and you knew you were playing Harris, who had won a whole lot, what was your game plan going into that game?
So my game plan was to pretty much take away his first read passing. So the previous week he played my brother, and he extended a lot of drives by throwing to the running back in the flats real quick. So I wanted to take away that and his first read and make him throw the ball somewhere else. So I think I was pretty successful on that. And before that game, I think it was 2 weeks before that, we had a little conversation. He was, had a little talk about my dollar defense. He was, commenting about how I run dollar defense and, it was trash and, this and that, Yeah, he was poking the bear a little bit, in that conversation. So I was ready. Yeah.
Oh, so you had some, what do you call it, noteboard material for that game.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, that's why I asked him whether or not he was confident going in because it seemed like he had an idea what you were going to do, and you surprised him with the run game.
Yeah. I figured, I was going to switch it up and, start running. I know with that defense he runs, he run that 4-3-6-1 even. And he played with he subs out safeties and put them in the A and B gap. I figure, if I can run him out of that, I'll be successful. He was getting washed up in the wash when I was doing the stretch plays. He was getting caught up. Yeah, and I was real successful, I think
you were killing it.
Eventually on later on in the game, he subbed up them safeties and put linebackers in. So
okay. That makes sense. Well, it worked out for you. You advanced, and we're heading to back to the NFC, right, Del?
Why?
Yes. Just real quick, Justin Smith sent you a shout out. He said shout out to the Titans.
What's up, Justin Smith?
Who's the
Chiefs?
Chiefs, Armadillo.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the other thing. Yeah. All right. All right.
The Condors.
Yes. All right. Going back to NFC. I do not have the scores on this picture. So,
I have it. NFC. The Cardinals, who were the 6th seed, hosted the 7th seed Vikings, and the Cardinals lost to the Vikings 21-11.
Has that ever happened before?
The 7th seed advanced to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, 6 and 7 made it to the conference championship.
Not likely. I think the 7th seed has made it to the NFC championship and lost, but I've never seen the 6th and the 7th seed.
I've been a 7th seed and made it to the AFC.
So I'm talking about both of them, 6 and 7, making it to the conference championship.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. Shout out
one
to
of them usually loses. Yeah, it was big. Yep. And I think I missed that one because they kind of played and didn't let anybody know they were playing, and before we could figure out they were playing, the game was over.
Yeah.
But hey, big respect for Kyle making it from the 7th seed all the way to the Super Bowl.
Heck yeah. What was the score again?
NFC Championship ended 21-11. Vikes over the Cardinals.
Yep. All right, going to the AFC.
Yeah, the Ravens hosting the Titans.
You can stop smiling, Justin, man.
This is the Titans first.
And there was no snow in the stadium.
Yeah, there was no snow. Hey, it's because of you. I got a dome, indoor field. So there was no excuse there. But what was the score of that one?
Score of that one was before we go to the score. After you advanced and you saw him take out Harris, how did you feel as far as your chances to advance?
Confident.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, it was a snow game last time. and we both had like -10 everything in that game. And
Oh yeah. Most
season
definitely.
one, it was crazy. And I'm like, all right, confident. Even during the game, it's confidence. But I was noticing, man, your adjustments on defense. That was crazy. Like it was it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, he was killing it. He was killing it. But yeah, it wasn't like fearful or nothing like that or nervous. But
well, you know, there's a difference
good.
between facing somebody with 5 championships versus somebody who's never been there.
Yeah. Probably like he played like he'd been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, this whole playoff run. You know, actually, my last Super Bowl one, you know, I have to say thank you to you. Now I have seen you face to face because that Hail Mary. So
that fleet play.
right. So I'm gonna say your Super Bowl is like a revenge, you know, trophy because you know I took it from you. So yeah,
that was the first round where you were the 2 seed and he was the 7 seed, and he threw that Hail Mary. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, more bulletin board material coming into this AFC Championship. You, Justin, obviously you hadn't played your game yet, but we had spoke before, and you discussed who you preferred to play in this before this game started. You care to reveal that?
Yeah, it was Dill. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't really make too many adjustments on offense, you know. So I figured, you know, I had it down pat opposed to Dorian, you know.
Right.
I can more confident playing Dill than Dorian.
Yeah. Well,
Not saying I wouldn't skull drag Dorian now, you know. I get with Dorian too.
Here's the thing, right? You ended up winning this game 27-24. So it was obviously a tight game. So it wasn't like you dominated them, but it was. I was shocked that that's the guy you wanted to play versus the Dragons, because to me the Dragons put the ball in more in harm's way than the Ravens. They're really consistent and a high completion percentage usually, because they have a good set of plays that they run consistently, and they execute well. So he doesn't turn the ball over too often. And how many turnovers did you get in this game, Dill?
I don't remember, but I got enough.
You threw a bunch. Yeah.
I think he threw one. I think he threw one interception in the first quarter or the second quarter.
Right. And was there a fumble too? I'm trying to remember.
I don't recall a fumble.
I try to quickly forget that game, man.
Yeah, I think I remember you turning them over at least twice, and it was those turnovers that allowed you to keep the lead.
Yeah.
It was a blocked field goal. It was a blocked field goal.
There you go. Thank you for bringing that up. That field goal was key. Because I could have tied it up.
Yeah.
With that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. I really don't like you, man. I really don't like you. I forgot about that.
Well, he was on his Kill Bill revenge tour.
Yeah, he was.
Speaking of that, he advances to the Super Bowl, 7 seed versus 3 seed, and plays the Vikings. And I think he had some bulletin board material for Kyle Bear too. Justin, you would care to let us in on that? Because I remember you were real excited to play him.
Oh yeah, he beat me during a regular season. You know, I felt as though that was.
Oh really?
Yeah, he beat me in the regular season. Yeah, I aired it out during a regular season, and Daniil Hunter, he just wrecked that game in the regular season. So I was like, nah, I can't let him do that to me again. Yeah.
Well, just so you know, in case you did, well, when you get your Super Bowl trophy, you'll see it. But he's a Super Bowl FNG champion as well. So this is his second appearance in the Super Bowl. At least he might have had one more. But yeah, look at you. I don't feel like getting up to get mine, even though it's right in front of it's next to my TV. But so you were going up against a former champion, and you went in there, and it looked like you kind of handled business without much sweat. Did it feel like that when you were playing him?
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle. I figure, I wanted to, make him pass the ball because I know what his go-to was to run the ball. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to get him going with that run game. So I think I was getting a lot of 3-and-outs on him. And then he got down early quick, and he started throwing the ball, and it was a wrap from there. Yeah. And when he started throwing, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
At what
Yeah,
point in the
respect
game
to Kyle.
did you realize? Well, what point in the game did you realize you were going to win? You were going to win it all and win your first FNG title?
Probably beginning of the third quarter. The beginning
Okay.
of the third quarter, yeah, I would say, yeah. He has to put it in the air. And I don't think he was too confident throwing the ball. So yeah, picked him off a couple
That's what Justin
times.
definitely, yeah. He got a couple passes, Justin, I remember, but I don't remember him having much success. And you kind of rode that lead to the end, which was smart, Keep the ball on harm's way, run the ball, yeah.
Because he didn't score offensively. He just got a kickoff return and a fumble recovery. So yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're a champion now.
Shout out to Kyle. So his last Super Bowl win was 2012. First season, it looked like he had the Panthers.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Not bad.
No, Justin, you definitely, man, you deserve it, man. You hell of a season. I don't know who you lost to. That's the way you played during the playoffs. I'm like, you should be undefeated. You know what I'm saying? But great job, man. Great job. Great job.
Styles makes fights. Schedule makes the record sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
So
what's next, man? Next is we're doing preseason top 10.
Top 10. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
See where we would rank everyone going in.
Going top down.
Oh, sorry.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Easy way to do it.
Justin.
So
obviously, Justin on top. He's the champ.
Number 1 seed Titans. Number 2
Vikings. They went there. They beat everybody they had to beat. Why not the Vikings? You know what I mean? Unless you guys think you like the Ravens over the Vikings. I actually would agree with that. Anybody want the Ravens over the Vikings for the number 2 seed?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I definitely him making it to the Super Bowl. I don't see him below number 3. So I will want the Vikings at 3. Because if I was a bet man, if it had Dill made it, I think Dill would have been successful. But I like the Vikings at 3. Anybody challenge that?
No.
It's okay if you do. That's what we're here for. No, everybody like it at 3. It's quiet.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Vikings at 3. Who you got at 4? Cards, Chargers, or Dragons?
Chargers.
Over the Dragons?
Chargers number 6.
All right. I like the Dragons too.
The Dragons.
Dragons next. So that will be the Dragons at what? That's number 4, right?
Number 4, yes. Number 5.
All right. Someone writing this down?
I got it. Put it in on YouTube.
Number 5, I have the Chargers.
Yeah.
No complaint here.
I have the Chargers beat. I have the Chargers beating anybody else. Number 6, I will put the Cardinals. Anybody disagree?
No.
Okay. Number 7, between the Seahawks and the Commanders.
Jags.
You have the Colts, Jags.
Listen, man.
I'm putting
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The rest of it.
It's die line.
I don't remember. And we're doing like power rankings right now going into the season 3. Right?
Yeah.
I'll put the Colts. This is just
Colts. Okay.
I hear that.
I ain't gonna argue that.
Over who?
Over the Jags.
Over
the Jags. I thought you meant over the Commanders and all them other dudes.
Yeah, over them too.
Yeah.
Commanders, Niners, Packers, Seahawks.
Oh.
Like,
and I was like
I'm
12
not
and 5.
Because I'll put 8. I'll put the Jags 8. unless y'all think somebody else. And that's pushing the Commanders down after being the number 1 seed.
We didn't even know he was going to make the playoffs, which was crazy. We thought the Commanders was going to get the playoffs.
I'm going to be honest with you, right? I beat him during the season, the Commanders, and I think his schedule is the only reason why he was the number 1 seed. I mean, don't get me wrong, he beat his games and put him there, but
he beat the Jags too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we talked about that.
Division too.
Yeah,
trash.
Like me, I would start putting maybe the Packers and the 49ers in there at this point. I didn't ever had a chance to go head to head with him, right? But he hasn't had the head beat me in a couple seasons. Like I can't remember the last time he beat me.
Hey man, time out. We put the 49ers at 7 or Colts at 7?
No, I don't have a problem Colts being ranked above me, but
so 49ers 8.
Yeah, I'm cool with the 49ers 8.
Yep.
And then it's between you know what, I say 49ers 8, Packers 9.
No,
and then it's really because the Packers were in the NFC Championship last year.
Yep.
And they weren't stoppages. So I say 49ers 8, Packers 9, and the question is, you have the Jags, Dolphins, Panthers, and Seahawks, and Commanders for that 10th spot.
Yeah,
my vote is Jags. My vote is Jags.
I'd take Commanders.
I joke a lot, man.
I say the Jags.
He's a tough out, man. Y'all if y'all haven't.
I say the Jags. I say the Jags. Mainly because of his division.
Hey, Zay gonna have a lot to say.
When doesn't he?
Yeah,
especially because they beat him.
Hey, shoot! Oh man,
they did.
Debo did say that NFC East is weak as shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. Excuse my French.
He's not just saying it.
I hate to beat it.
I said trash, but you can say the same thing. You know?
All right, I'll say it. The NFC East is trash. Other than Zay, the NFC East is trash.
I'm glad
they offer no resistance. If that's not trash, they just pushovers, whatever you want to call it.
Schedule either.
No. Yeah, like that's where I would put it. I would have the Jags at 10 because it's preseason too.
Yep.
This is a preseason power ranking.
No, he's gonna get mad. He wasn't top 5.
Yeah,
he don't care about that. No, he's not.
All right,
he's not in the top 10.
Jags?
No,
Jags is number 10.
Yeah, Jags number 10. Cardinals are in there, right?
Cardinals are 6. So we got Titans number 1, Ravens number 2, Vikings 3, Dragons 4, Chargers 5, Cardinals 6.
I like that top 5.
Yep. Colts 7, 49ers 8, Packers 9, Jags 10.
That's a good top 10.
That's good.
I would defend that top 10.
All right, so I'm gonna challenge y'all. What's a couple reasons why y'all wouldn't put the Commanders? And I know we just talked about a little bit, but not making the top 10. We brought this schedule, probably strength of schedule.
Schedule and division is kind of the same thing. Schedule is kind of the same thing.
Okay.
But his division, there's no resistance. He would have more losses and potentially have taken a loss earlier, where he would be. Even though he beat them head to head, beat the Jaguars head to head, I still would rank the Jaguars making the Jaguars making the playoffs is bigger than with him getting the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Especially coming from that division.
Everybody in his division get top 10 draft picks except for him.
No, almost top 5. If it wasn't a big,
I try to be better, man. I try to be better. I'm just saying it's the truth.
One of them dudes got 3 centers, so
this is every season.
Yeah, that was. That's crazy. Our boys, and I'm going to a non sequitur. Our boys refuse to trade their draft picks, but don't show up to the draft. That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it's insane.
And then draft 17 centers.
I don't see any other. I don't see any other teams that deserve to be pushed up into that top 10 over the Jaguars.
No.
I mean, I believe everybody that he's missing.
Go
ahead. No, you got it. You got it.
The Condors thought he was gonna make it, right? The Chiefs.
Mhm.
You're gonna say, 'cause I don't know what he is now. You keep changing it. So somehow they ended up with the same record at the end. And the Jags got put in there. And I was like, ooh, I know he's mad talking about the Chiefs.
Right.
Because he lost to Hosea, and that's what killed him. And it was another loss that he had. Might have been Denver.
True. Very
that
true.
Killed him. So losing those games right there, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the AFC South represented. I mean, there were 3 teams in there.
We do.
You know,
toughest division.
All right, Texans, pick up your work. Come on, man.
He about to. He just got in, man. He gonna be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be all
We're gonna get him right.
Yeah, it
Dawson-
looks
Dawson-
weird.
Justin just said he's sick that the Jags even made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thought.
Yeah, I
listen,
feel you, man.
He
Yeah,
got
I thought he was gonna get in because he was in there the week before
right.
in the picture, and then we advanced.
They both teams won, and he was out. That was weird. Both teams won that week. So
I don't.
Man,
I predicted he would.
That means you gotta play. You gotta play every game like it's your last, man, because you never know. Madden crazy, man.
Yeah, with Madden, right?
Do anything. Yeah, we try to figure out the whole scientific hypotheses, and Madden just be like, nah.
Day in, day out.
Right.
Man, be like, you guys are not catching, and you're gonna fumble 3 times.
Right.
But I do agree with you, Dill. The NFC number 1 team not being in the top 10 looks weird.
Yep.
But I don't see who you take out of that. Who you take it out?
Nope.
So it is the preseason power ranker too. So
it's just preseason. It's just our opinion. And I'm not trying to, just prove us wrong there. We had to do it too. Shout out to Zach. He said he won the head-to-head against the Jags too.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, so how does that work then?
The Jags listen. The Jags making the playoffs in probably one of the best divisions in football in the FNG. Is there a better division than his division?
No.
Exactly.
And I'm just trying to. I know he's gonna.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. I mean, Dog. Usually we were the best division, but Dog was struggling.
Dog fell off. Dog fell off. Let's call a spade a spade. Fell off. So that's the best division in football, and he still made the playoffs versus the guy that kind of got a. It's almost the same reason why we're not even talking about the Dolphins. No knock to Brandon, but
your division.
We almost say, like, to me, for it to mean anything, had Zay won in the playoffs, we'd be talking about it more.
Yep.
Same thing with the Dolphins. The Dolphins won in the playoffs, they'd be in the top 10. But of all the teams that lost, that's what we're looking at for this final spot. Of the 3 major teams that lost, you got the Panthers, Dolphins, Commanders, and Jags. That's really the only teams we're talking about. We're not talking about the Seahawks. And the Seahawks won. Yep. Seahawks won in the playoffs. I'm picking the Jags every single time over all those teams.
Yeah.
Because of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Justin's not even in consideration, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No. Justin, the champ. Thoughts on the Jags being 10 versus anybody else?
I think this is for you, Justin. You there?
I'll say that one more time. Anybody else besides the Jags, you said?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I agree with it. The South, the competition in the South is crazy. And when the NFC East is kind of weak, that division kind of
weak.
Yeah, no disrespect. Yeah,
everyone in the NFC East might have gotten a top 5 pick, definitely top 10 pick, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our division is crazy. It's a dog fight every time we meet up. Everybody, there's no cakewalks.
Yeah.
So I had to put the Jags in there at 10.
Top 10, and for everyone in FNG, just so you know, this top 10 is your hit list next season. Every time you play a top 10 player, you should be looking to beat their ass because it's your way of showing that I'm here, I've arrived. Because if you be the top 10 player, the next podcast we're going to be talking about it. I promise you that. So
What?
being on the top 10 and losing, trust me, means something. That's why every time somebody beats you, they run a lap, right?
Look, you seen
right, Harris?
You seen Tropic Thunder. Never go for a retard. And that's what you're doing. you reaching on that one.
Hey, being in the top 10's big. That means you're the top third of the league.
You trying to put bounties on all 10 of us? Come on, man.
I'm in the top 10, unfortunately.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. This is a hit list. There's 10 guys you need to take out. And the more of the people that you beat on that list, you'll get more respect. Like, yeah.
Confidence builder for some of them dudes, man.
Exactly.
I mean,
circle those guys on your schedule. Like, I need to beat these guys. These are the guys I got to be. That's how you measure where you're at in the league.
We got a tough schedule next season, our division.
Dude, I'm looking at my schedule. My schedule is too. I'm playing.
You already making excuses?
I'm here for it.
How's after the Super Bowl, we obviously had a draft offseason and the draft. So if we conclude the free agents and offseason and the draft, how did you guys do picking up players? Anyone can pick up. Yeah, anyone can pick up. Unless you want me to go first, I'll go first. If nobody wants to go first,
I just go real quick. Mine is real quick.
Let's go last.
I got a corner. I changed his name to David Cole III.
Okay.
This dude is now 81 overall. He had a hidden in the preseason. And how many games we played? The 3 games we played, he got 4 interceptions, 1 for a pick 6. Dude's a beast, man. He cover wise, like man to man. Well, he got 94 speed. I need to find this stuff right there.
You got the number 1 corner in the draft, so he should be good.
He was the number 1 corner?
He was the number 1 corner. Yeah. And he fell to you because
quarterbacks.
Yeah, everyone was taking quarterbacks.
Linemen. And that center that went off.
Yeah, that center.
Cowboys got that center.
People not being at the draft helped other people in the first round. Because players were just dropping. It was great to see. I ain't got front. I was loving it.
Yeah.
So you got the guy you were scouting because me and you were going over the draft like, I kind of like these guys, but I don't think they're going to drop. You were really going to trade up even higher, and you kind of sat where you were at, and the guy fell to you. Yeah,
that was great because the Falcons owner hit me up and was like, I hate you, man. I was going to draft him. I'm like, bro, you got Kyle Pitts. What you talking about right now? Like, so what? He's the best tight end in the draft. I'm like, this guy was greedy. Yeah,
he wanted it all.
Yeah, he wanted it all, man. I hear him.
For everybody that's wondering who he's talking about, he's talking about the tight end that the Colts drafted in the first round from Notre Dame, Alex Walker, day 1 starter rookie. Guy's nice, man. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. Ooh-wee. 84 catches already.
Yeah, he's getting up there. I'm working on him, man. I got a corner like Dill's guy, but my guy was like the 10th guy. The roster is solid. Like, it's not the roster that's losing me games. It's me losing games. I mean, focus factor and all that. Doing dumb stuff. Sorry.
I'm pretty satisfied with my offseason. I didn't do anything in free agency. I relied completely on the draft. Just to tell everyone in the league who's watching this now, the draft is very, very, very important because I literally got 3 hidden devs with my first 3 picks. Thanks for the guys not showing up, obviously, because they guys dropped to me.
Thank you.
And my starting right tackle, 77 overall, but he doesn't lose blocks. And the other right tackle I put him at center, and he's a stalwart at center. And I also got a outside linebacker, something Stark, Moses Stark, hidden development.
Name like Moses.
I was done. And right near the end of the preseason, when we got a chance to pick people up, I picked up Nick Chubb. So my offseason was special.
Great free agent.
Hey, how did that happen, man? How did that happen?
What do you mean? How did I get him, or how did he get him on free agency? I don't understand which question you're asking.
Nobody signed him for free agency.
Nobody took him through all of free agency.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
out there. A little bit of mismanagement by the Browns, and no one picked him up. And I actually I cut Kyle Juszczyk to free up the money to pick him up because I said, you know what? Why not pick him up? Picked him up. Man, it's something special.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's on the trade block because of him. That's how good this guy is. So
this guy's over here feeling himself. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. So I'm going to counter what Tony said about how important it is to be at the draft. Because I wasn't able to make the draft this season. However, I did set my draft board. So I put 4 hidden devs.
Oh, nice.
So I got the best center in the draft.
Definitely did.
And he was not my number 1 pick. I got a hidden dev left guard, hidden dev center, hidden dev free safety, and hidden dev left end, and a future starter right end. Yeah, so 5 of my picks are have tags or hidden devs. Yeah, but
Special.
again, I set my draft
and
board
you traded back
what I wanted.
Oh yeah, say it again for the guys in back.
And he traded back. Who are you
Traded
trading?
back.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yep, exactly.
So, anybody else happy with their draft, or is that where we're at?
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with my draft. I let go of DeAndre Hopkins. He was asking for too much money. Robert Woods, he was aging. So I went into the draft trying to pick up as many wide receivers as I could because I had a lot of holes to fill in that position. And I was able to get my first overall pick was the big body receiver 6'5". I forget what college he came from, but I was pretty satisfied. I think he filled a huge void in that position for me. And the rest
Kenny
of the
Britt.
picks, yeah, Kenny Britt, yep. And I like
6'5",
the second
221.
receiver. Yep. And then my second pick was another receiver. I'm pretty satisfied. I think he was the number 1 wide receiver in the draft. Yeah, so
they had him mocked going to me, and I was not drafting that guy.
Yeah,
I didn't need a receiver.
Sorry, I'm watching the
as far
game.
as that, I was pretty satisfied with my pickups.
Cool. All right. What about you, Ash? You happy with your draft picks?
Yeah, I picked up. I actually wanted the right tackle that you picked up, but I knew you were going to grab him because you're an offensive line guy every goddamn draft. So, yeah, I got a guy below him, which actually turned out pretty good. He was hitting the 74 overall. Then wound up picking
Darren
up
Scott.
Yeah, wound up picking up a wide receiver, Woodley. Had decent speed. He ended up being a hidden dev also. Picked up a good tight end. I think his name is Joe something. Yeah, Joe Foster.
Joe Foster, yeah.
Another hidden dev guy. Picked up a nice middle linebacker who, I mean, kind of low, but he ended up being a hidden dev too. Probably ended up being normal, honestly.
Darren Lamb.
Yeah. I picked up a good, strong safety, Mr. Burks. I think it was
Rashard Burks.
Yeah.
Day 1 starter.
Yep, day 1 starter. He's a normal, but like a 74 overall guy, young. He actually did well in all 3 of my preseason games too. Every rookie that I've drafted has done well in the preseason games. So I'm definitely content with everybody. It was a good draft for me.
Definitely a good draft, man.
Yeah, it was a
I'm
great
actually glad you mentioned that too. I did get a tight end in the draft, Ted McKee. He's only 68 overall, but that dude, when he's on the field, and I run a lot of double tight end sets, and I run him at fullback. He's blocking well because he was one of the best blocking tight ends, and he's 275.
Yeah, he's basically like an offensive lineman.
Yeah, he. I think he's going to get a lot of plays this season. So, well, that's the off season. Head to the preseason. Head to the regular season.
Hey, real quick, go into comments. Justin, I appreciate you commenting on YouTube.
Yes,
He
thank you.
said top 10 should be all rivalry games.
We don't play each other enough.
Nigga, it has to
What?
change every time we do a show.
Well, let me see if I understand what he's saying. Anyone playing a top 10 person, that game should be rivalry. I'm assuming that's what he says. But the problem with that is the top 10 person also is playing by the rivalry rules, and a lot of people don't, aren't too keen on that.
Right.
So if maybe we can vote that in, see what people say.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's something we should put up for a vote, because I don't care.
I wouldn't
But
mind.
I need to know I got the green light too. You know what I mean? Because I prefer rivalry games, so you don't even gotta think, you just gotta play. You know what I mean? But as long as you're not Cole and Lorking,
What are you doing?
you're good.
Facts.
All
right, what we got next? Let's talk about
there was something that happened this year. Something I never do. I joined another league, and I mainly joined it because I really wanted to test the stability of the something that Madden added this year, crossplay. There's going to be a lot of PS5 owners and Xbox owners playing together in this league, and amazingly, it was very stable. There were no shutdowns of the league or anything like that. There wasn't any disconnections that I know of, other than purposeful disconnections. And once I got a couple games under the belt, we had a couple other owners join this league just, to get some extra reps or whatever. And no problem as far as connectivity, no real lag to speak of. And they had some really special rules in this league. To try and make it as short as possible, you can pretty much have 5 X factors. 2 defensive X factors on defense, defensive X factor, 2 offensive X factors, and a quarterback X factor, 90 overall. And essentially you get a chance to choose what quarterback you want to be raised to 90 overall or decreased to 90 overall if you're above it. And he'll be an X factor. We manually make that. And you also get the choice of 4 superstars. And then you also have that you can put anywhere on your team, however you want, where you think you want them. And you also get to add a what do you call it? A rookie 85 overall superstar player. In other words, you pick a rookie on your team that you want to raise to a superstar development, and his stats will be raised so he's 85 overall. That was kind of intriguing doing that.
And
you also go ahead.
So that puts every single team on a level playing field at the beginning.
Yep. You also have one player on your team that you can lower his age to 21. So that guy, he's 35, you lower it to 21. And you also have one salary that you can reduce to 0. Or I think it's like $100K, 7-year contract, or the contract for $100K, however long the contract is. And I think those are all the real rules that to me, sparked my attention. And I wanted to consider doing that in this league, mainly because I feel doing this would balance out the competition in the league as far as opportunity for quality players. Like the 49ers probably have one of the most amount of X factors and superstar players on their team. Maybe 8 of them. I don't even know. I don't know what the count is, but and you have a team like the Patriots who only have 1, right? This way, every team's going to have 5 X factors, 4 superstars, and 1 rookie superstar, and everyone starts off at an even playing field. Now, obviously, when people retire or people regress, you can lose. Like in this league, Debo lost his X factor. McCaffrey lost his X factor. I had a couple guys gain it during the season and lose it. So everything happens normally. You can gain and lose X factors and superstar abilities, but it's a different way of playing that it never occurred to me to do, and I actually enjoyed that part of the league. So it's something that I wanted the league to think about doing, and if we can, and then this is out to the guys on the show, we could probably workshop the number of X factors and superstar abilities, like maybe reduce it by 1 or 2, but keep everything else the same, just for us to try. Maybe next Madden. Or maybe if we finish up this season early enough, we could try a 5th season with these rules. Like start up a league and just try it with these rules and see if you guys like it. But it was a pleasurable experience, at least as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
You guys, what do you think?
So, number one, I completely agree with that. But I also wanted to add on another thing that you and I had talked about, maybe putting into this league as well, is every week we pick a game of the week.
Yes.
On who they think is going to win that game of the week. The winner of the game of the week gets to pick a player where they get to add 2 to any to 2 of their attributes, to one of their attributes, plus 2 to 2
Correct.
of their attributes, however it goes. Those who actually
plus 2 to one of your attributes.
Yeah. Those who pick the winner get a +1.
Yeah. That was cool too. That was another rule that was in there that was interesting.
Right.
It adds buy-in from everyone in the league, participation as well. And you'd be surprised how many people it almost felt like gambling, but you got to say this guy's going to win. And to me, like, we do game of the weeks now, but I think this would make the game of the week have to be a real game of the week, like a game of the week where either team could win, so you got to be right on it. I actually think that's a good idea too. I've completely forgot about that.
And to make that fair, every single team has to have at least one game of the week.
Correct.
So it'll take a little bit of managing. And Tony and I talked. If we do decide to do that, I will manage the game of the week to make sure that we get at least one for every team.
Right.
So, yeah.
What do you guys think?
I like the game of the week part. The other part, I just got to see that, like the 5. What'd you say about the X factors?
Yeah, it's
2 offensive X factors, 2 defensive X factors, 1 quarterback that's X factor 90 overall. So you choose, and obviously, if you have other people that you don't choose as X factors or superstars, if they were X factor or superstar, they drop down the star.
Yeah.
So
okay.
let's say, Dill, you picked a bunch of guys on your team, and your tight end Andrews, you decide not to pick him as an X factor or superstar, he'll drop down the star.
Yeah.
If you use your X factor for a different position.
Okay.
Let's say you want to put it on Likely because he's younger, right? And you want to make Stanley 21 because he's offensive lineman. You're a 21-year-old player. And you put the other ones different places. What's his name will be he'll drop from X Factor to superstar.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't see an issue. Now I did speak with an owner. I'll leave him nameless to protect the innocent. He thought it was just to push back on it because no one's really pushing back on it. He thought that's a lot of X Factors and superstars on the team. And I didn't disagree with him, but I'm like, it's not everyone has it. But if we were to do it and there was any pushback, we could potentially reduce 1 or 2 on each position. In other words, like instead of 5, we could make it 3. Quarterback and 1. No, it wasn't 5. Yeah, quarterback and 1 X factor, and then 2 defensive X factors.
Right.
I think that's 5. I don't know. Whatever adds up to 5. Reducing whatever the total is by 2 on the superstars and X factors. I think we could actually do that. And make a little sense. But that would also make other teams who have a bunch of them lose some. But it would balance out the the abilities of the league where people will say, "Oh, I don't have it. I come in the league, I don't have a chance." No, now you got everybody's got a guy on their team, and where you end up is based on your talent versus the other thing. It's interesting, something to think about.
Sean said everyone would decrease their quarterback salary.
Not everybody, not me.
I would decrease
I
TJ
would.
because TJ is the highest paid on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd actually decrease Bosa's salary. I didn't. My quarterback's cheap.
Going back to Justin talking about the top 10, he said it will be only if it'll be top 10 versus top 10. So anybody in the top 10, if they do play each other, that should be an automatic.
Oh, okay. So when the top 10 people play each other, it's automatic rivalry.
Right.
Actually, I actually like that.
I like that too.
I like that.
Good stuff, Justin.
All right. We already
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Since you brought it up, you want to go over the week 1 schedule?
Yeah, we can do that right now. Yep. Ooh.
All right. So when are we advancing to week 2?
At the end to week 2?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be Wednesday,
Are you
right?
saying that because you're getting the sim in week 1?
That's exactly what I was like, what? Well, let's just go in order here. As soon as we end this podcast, I'm going to advance it to the 4th week of the preseason, right? As soon as everyone in the league says, I've made my cuts and set my practice squad, I'm done, I'm advancing it. If that doesn't happen for some strange reason, because people don't like to participate or read or do what they're supposed to do, the next official advance will be the advance to week 1. I don't know what the schedule is because I don't have it on hand right now, but whatever the next official advance will be, that's not tonight, obviously, because we're advancing a little early. Monday at 10. So if you want to get the advance done earlier, everyone say, "Hey, I've done my stuff and we're done," and we can advance tonight if everyone gets it done.
Bow, bow, bow.
But
that ain't gonna happen. But okay.
Yeah.
So everyone has to have 53. Let's get down to 53, correct?
I don't give a damn what number of players you have. I just don't want to know if you say you're done, you're making your cuts and signing whoever you want on practice squad. You don't have to sign people on practice squad, but I want you to have your cuts done.
I'm already
because I don't want to advance and have the computer cut somebody from your team, and you're like, "Hey, my guy's in free agency. I wouldn't have cut him." If you say you're done, then be done. Cut down to below 53 or below. I think that's what you were saying, Champ. And I don't know, maybe I ignored you or didn't hear you.
Yeah. 53 below, yeah.
So if everyone says I'm done, that's you telling me, "Hey, I'm ready for the advance." And once we get 32 guys to do that, I'll advance it, regardless of what day it is. But I think that's all I got, Dill.
Yep.
My question was not answered.
What was that? Oh, week 2?
Yes, because that has not been stated or anything. Because typicals are Saturday, Wednesday.
All right. I'll be honest with you. If we started Monday, week 1 Monday, the advance won't be forcibly advanced until Saturday. If we advance to go to week 1 Monday, let's assume no one gets done or just whatever, people drag their feet, the advance won't be until Saturday. Or whenever people get their games done, then we advance, whatever. Because no one's suspended, so the game should get done. But I can't forcibly put an advance on Wednesday with such a short week. So we're looking at Saturday for weeks.
What's the reason why we can't advance tomorrow though at 10 p.m.?
Well, technically the advance was supposed to be tonight at 10, right?
Right.
Then everyone had, 2 hours and then the rest of Sunday to set their teams. That was the schedule. If everyone's done, we can advance. But I can't advance if everyone's not done making their cuts. People got jobs, you know what I mean? We happen to be off, but some people got jobs, and they were given the schedule, and they're following the schedule. So
it's gonna happen anyway. Somebody gonna mess up and not set their roster and lose some players in the time that they were given, and it's just what it's gonna be.
All
right, Jimmy, y'all got anything else?
I actually have one more thing. You players need to. No, this is important.
Never fail.
Everyone needs to manage your team and manage your cap, because we're getting a lot of people losing players and having low amount of players on the team and having difficulty fielding the team. So it's very important that you manage your cap, keep yourself under. Don't give ridiculous contracts to people that don't deserve it, because you can't sign everybody. And, last but not least, if you're having problems, talk to somebody. Talk to one of us. Talk to the guys in the top 10. Tell them you need help managing your cap. I'd rather help you, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you what's going to be best for your team. I've done it for several other people. I'd rather help you and you get through it and you learn how to manage the team than you mismanage your team, lose all your players, and then quit because you don't feel like you can run the team. It's important to take care of the financials. But outside of that, I'm good. Anybody else?
You want to talk about the Bills slot
it.
open?
Oh, thank you. That's important. Yeah. Currently, the Bills are unowned. The prior owner had personal engagements that made it so that he couldn't play his games. I'm going to communicate with the prior Bills owner to make sure he's not trying to return this season. Because if he's trying to return this season or thinks he will return this season, as far as I'm concerned, they're his team until he comes back. I don't have a problem giving him a brief absence to handle his personal business. But if he knows he's not going to come back this Madden or something, I would like to give the Bills a year to recover their situation that they're in, versus putting the owner there and making them deal with the mess that I think they're in. Unless you guys disagree with me and you think the Bills are okay to be owned and we should put somebody in there right now, because there is somebody who wanted to take the Bills over.
No, the CPU screwed that team so bad.
Well, I don't think it was a CPU team.
Well, the draft, picking up all the free agents and stuff that it did.
Right. No, that's actually the reason why I want the team run by the computer this season, so they can kind of get their financials squared away, so that the next season, like, we could have. In fact, if the person that's taking over the team, that had the team prior, does not want to come back, then I'll put the new owner in near the end of the regular season, and they'll obviously, because the computer owned, will have a low record. They'll have some good draft picks to begin next season, and they'll get younger and cheaper quick, if that makes sense. But that's all I have, and I think everybody else is done, or no?
Yeah, we're done. And I want to say congratulations again to the Titans, dude. I appreciate you joining for the first time. Congratulations being the first-time Super Bowl champ.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, join the club.
We're gonna try our darndest to make sure you don't go back to back.
I'm gonna try my hardest to take that O from you week 1.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
And we're gonna have some type of get together for you, Justin, when your trophy gets here. Hopefully, Tiger is watching this, and he'll know to send the trophy to either me or Harris, and we're gonna get together.
But I said, never get it.
It's going whenever he makes it. I know it's gonna be good because Tiger knocks it out the park when it comes to trophies.
In a harbor.
Yeah, and We'll look to do a trophy presentation, take you out to dinner and all that. It'll be on me, Titans. You ain't got to worry about it. I got you.
Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it.
Got all of us. You got all of us?
Oh, you coming down too? Oh,
You got all of us coming down.
If it's on
Like I
you,
said,
you're paying for
Hey,
plane
man,
Celebration,
at
bitches.
least you can do for me driving a few hours, you know what I'm saying? Be
Right.
famished.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate everybody watching, commenting. All right. Season 1 will be starting here soon.
Get it.
Trink's about to advance it, so let's get to it.
All right, brothers.
Love the
Get
stuff.
it. Putting bounties on all you bitches.
Oh, right.